Hello and Shagatum Shabaike. Today's vlog is a special one. I'm interviewing an inspiring power couple who travel across countries for work while balancing their business, relationship, and family. Honestly, that balance is something I truly admire and I find their journey so inspiring. I hope by the end of this video, their story inspires you just as much as it inspires me. If you guys like this, make sure you comment below and let me know so I can bring more people on my channel, and hope this can go on for a very long time. Anyways, let's get back to the interview. Hello. So
Hello.
can we start with your introduction?
Hi, I am Linya.
Hey, I'm Ashik.
We are here for your page called
Royal Ties.
Royal Ties. So it's a photography videography page, and let's start with my first question for you guys. How did you both get into this profession, or like why did you think of doing this? What was going in your head when you started it?
Well, the history behind my photography actually goes back to vegan baking. I used to do a lot of vegan baking around the time of COVID in 2020 and 2021 because we were at home a lot. And then my friend in Canada, his name is Asan, he started asking me to photograph my food well. So he taught me how to photograph food. And then that transitioned into portraits and ultimately weddings. Yeah.
Well, what about you about the videography thing? Like, how did you get into the videography side of it?
So if I trace it back, it started off with me being an assistant of hers. So I used to help her kind of stage those food photos. I would help the backdrops and the lights. I'd be an assistant, but I was running an education platform in the day. Yeah, so I was in that business, but I wanted to explore my creative side. And that's when I started joining her into some of the proposals she used to cover. There were proposal shoots that she used to go to, and I used to just tag along with her with a second camera. And slowly and surely, I just dived into it.
Second question is, so what's it like working in weddings as husband and wife when you go to weddings and you tell them that you guys are actually partners, like in real life as well, not just like for work? Yeah.
That's a very good question. So I think we're treated with a lot of love and respect because you don't often see a duo like a couple duo doing shoots. And there are some advantages to it. One is if you hire a separate photographer and a videographer, they sometimes have conflicts in stylistic choices and trying to cover the same thing or different things at the same time. With us, it's always a seamless experience. So the couples don't usually ever feel like, they're having to fight or we're having to fight over their time.
Yeah.
So usually it's we always get a lot of respect for that.
Okay.
Instead of competing for the frame, we work together constantly. And
That's such a sweet thing, honestly.
you know why I used to ask him to tag along the proposals? Because I love his company. When he's there, I feel, creatively much more motivated and very comfortable. And not to mention, I get to use his video lights. I don't have to coordinate with anyone about that.
Of course. The third question, on a typical wedding day, how do you split responsibilities?
So we do this thing for each other. We second shoot for each other. Like I'm the second videographer. He's a videographer, so I'm the second videographer, and he's the second photographer.
Okay.
We do bring along a third shooter, but that's different. Depends on what the scenario is.
Yeah.
So when we are covering, we each have to cover the groom and the bride separately at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
So we can do photo and video of both people getting ready, and that really works out well. So there aren't like two people competing for their space. It's private time for them too.
Yeah.
The rest of the time we stick to each other. We have our whole we have a whole dance that we dance. Like during the ceremony, we stick next to each other and we back away as the couple recesses.
Yeah.
And we kind of converge and plan.
The fourth and the fifth question would be, how would you describe your style when capturing emotional and high energy weddings? As well as, like, is there a moment you're always excited to capture?
So from the film perspective, I love to do cinematic shots, meaning my primary lens or my primary camera would have a gimbal on it just to get that smooth, buttery shots off of the couple. My second shooter will have a small rig to get those, raw emotions, high energy when people are dancing. You want some movements. But stylistically, I love to do cinematic shots. And I like to capture raw emotions the most. So, couples winking at each other,
Yeah.
smiling, parents getting emotional. Those are the moments I tend to capture or love to capture the most.
As for me, well, I would describe my style as artistic. I really think about framing quite a lot and I think about color as well. So I try to compose my shots in a way that the colors are a reflection of the emotions. And, I have two cameras on me at all times. And when I sense something emotional coming up, I just bring up my camera with a zoom lens because I want to capture, big smiles, tears. And as for the other question, what is my favorite moment to capture? Again, emotional moments, if that doesn't sound too repetitive, but like during the first look when the groom sees the bride, he often tears up because she looks so beautiful. And this first time he's seeing her in her bridal attire. I love capturing that moment. And then the bride gets really emotional, seeing the groom being, so emotional.
How do you switch between being personal and professional while working in a wedding?
I mean, not that, I mean, we're very busy during the wedding, so we can't be too personal, but then
Yeah.
I do want to go and hold his hand sometimes. And I like to ask for help when it's needed.
We're usually super busy when we're covering American weddings. It's always in a rush. We're
Yeah, 8 to 12 hours, by
8
the
to 12
way.
hours, yeah. Because usually my day starts with taking drone shots.
Yeah.
So I'm by myself, focused on capturing
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Then it transitions into, gimbal shots and talking to my second shooter. So usually we don't really interact until it's time for us to do the portrait shots.
Yeah.
But it's all professional then.
Yeah.
It's usually personal only when the time comes of us having lunch or dinner. That's
Sitting
when we
down
are,
for a
yeah,
meal.
having our
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. There's so much to say to each other and,
Yeah.
share creatively.
One more question, like, other than that, you were saying about photography and videography, like, what would you like to share with the audience, right? What do you want to say?
Okay. I just want to say that we understand how important a wedding is for a couple. I know that stepping into a wedding, people feel like it'll happen only once, and so much planning goes into it. The couples we've worked with, most couples plan a lot for like years, possibly. And they want to feel like princesses. Brides want to feel like princesses on their wedding days. So on the day of the wedding, we make sure that they are happy.
Yeah.
We don't interfere when they seem like they're not, they don't want interruption.
Yeah.
We always prioritize capturing natural emotion, and that's what brings out the best pictures and videos.
For couples watching this, what's your biggest tip for choosing the right photos and videos?
As a photographer, I would say, always look at the portfolio and see if it matches your style. You might have a style
Yeah, of
as
course.
a couple. You might have a preference. You might go for something that looks like it's straight out of a 90s film or something that is more true to life, which is what we do. So please look at the portfolio so you know what you're getting.
Would you be interested in, imagine you a couple likes your pictures and your videos and stuff, but they have like a preferred style. would you be interested in doing that style for them? Would you be open to do that?
We'd love to accommodate, but we've got our own style. At the end of the day, they would have to like our work in order for them to hire us, you know? So we don't want to necessarily keep on curating styles or adjusting styles. That'll lose the touch, the flavor of royal text.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next question, which is how does your approach change from a small local wedding to like a big destination or like multi-day celebration? So when I say local, what is local for you? Bangladesh or America? What is local for you now?
Georgia and Bangladesh. Yeah, like America and Bangladesh. But in America, we're doing weddings only in Georgia. In Bangladesh, we're doing weddings only in Dhaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as for the approach, it does change. It is significantly different from an intimate wedding. If we're covering a large wedding with a high guest count, that's when we do the wider shots, right? We want to capture the feeling of, a big celebration with a lot of people witnessing two people getting married, as opposed to an intimate wedding where the bride and the groom are able to socialize and dine with their friends and family. So we do medium to tight shots. We are able to do wide shots very comfortably, but less of the wider shots.
Move on to you, and how would you like to answer this question?
Um, Local would be Atlanta, Georgia at this point, but we are taking bookings or we are coming for weddings in 2026. So our goal is to cover weddings in November, December, January in Bangladesh. So if anyone's interested, hit us up.
Which is pretty much off season in America.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, yeah. And it works out perfectly because we
Yeah.
do want to come to Bangladesh every year. And this is a golden opportunity for not just them, but for us as well.
Yeah. It's like a perfect win-win situation for both like the groom and bride side and your side as well. So we'll move on to our next question, which is what part of the job do clients never really see once the wedding is over?
Great labor begins. That's where editing begins. And that's the major, load off of
Yeah.
both the photographer and the videographer.
And then before the wedding, a lot happens. We talk to the vendors that the couple has hired so that we can come up with a timeline and the planning is smooth so that the wedding day goes smoothly. We prepare questionnaires. We look at our couple's inspiration photos and videos. And then sometimes, like I said before, we go to the venue to scout it and we figure out that's more than half a day. But it's a fun date because we do that together.
Yeah.
And afterwards, editing for many, many, many days.
Yeah. But we do
Which is
enjoy
fun.
that too. I
Yeah.
mean, editing is hard work, but that's when you bring raw clips, you kind of like stitch it together, giving it life. So that's hard work, but very rewarding.
Yeah.
The audience would want to know is about your disagreements. How do you handle your disagreements?
The best way to handle disagreements is to not have any.
There you go.
We don't have disagreements, and I mean, not in our personal life, neither do we have it in our professional life. We ensure that, we kind of talk it out, have more of talks than have arguments or disagreements. And stylistically, we complement each other
Yeah.
all the time. So at the end of the day, just it's a seamless experience for us and for our couples.
So we'll move on to our next question. About your pricing. So how do you usually do your pricing, or do you have like a
From the film side of it, it doesn't matter how small or how big the event is. My goal is to make it grand, cinematic, something to be proud of 10 years from now. So we offer different collections based off of what the couple is really looking for, and we just present them with the right collection that fits their budget and their event.
And we show the starting prices on our website.
I will include all the information about the website, your social media, and anything if you want to know, you can comment below and I can definitely connect you guys with Royal Ties. So this is actually the end of my questions. If you have any questions or any tips for the audience, please go ahead. And if not, then we will end the video right here.
Well, wedding happens once in a lifetime, so choose your photographer and videographer wisely. Talk to them. Make sure your style matches with theirs. Um, yeah, and that's what I tell you guys.